It says, but if you are led by the Spirit, you are not under the law. I want to explain right there. Whenever you see that word law in the Bible, it is not talking about the law that you and I know about, the legalistic. That's why people who didn't study very well the Bible, they wanted actually to cut off the entire Old Testament because they felt it is full of regulations, full of just the law. You know what the law is. The bylaws stops you from doing certain things, correct? But that's not what the Bible is talking about. It's not that kind of a law. When you see that word law, it comes from the word Torah in Hebrew. The word Torah simply means instruction. It is God's instruction. God's instruction that are put in place to safeguard us like a guardrails. If I was up here and I don't know there is a ditch here I don't see, I will fall. So God's instruction, or what we can call the law as interpreted in our language, it is just a guardrail to say there is a ditch there, don't go there. So if you look at that, it says about those who are led by the Spirit are not under the law. It is simply just talking now about the regulations that was there, that if you do this, this will happen to you. Because now you don't need the law. Why? Because the Spirit of the law now is in you. God's instruction now is in you. Now you know I can't murder. You don't have to put it on the fridge. Thou shalt not murder. No, the Spirit of you can just restrain you. Why? I can't murder. Then I don't need the law. If I live by the flesh, then I need the law to remind me, don't kill anybody. Because the flesh isn't submitted now to the Spirit of God. But as a child of God who is born of the Spirit, born of God, born again, renewed in the mind, renewed in the Spirit, I don't have to gossip about you because I have the Spirit in me that convicts me. Gossip is bad. If somebody was to tell you that they are children of God and they gossip, run away from them. They do not know God. The people that know God are those who are able to walk with the gentleness of the Spirit of God. They are not perfect, but there is a gentleness about them. There is no need for me. Before I even think about, slandering him, the Spirit of God will convict me right there before it comes out of my mouth. So there is no even a oops moment. No. Because the Spirit that is in me is controlling me to say, that is the flesh. Have you ever said something and said, did you just say that? Have you ever said something and did you just say that? You know who was asking you? It's the Spirit of God. Why? Because you should know better. Your spirit should know better. You have the Spirit of God now. You are not under the law. You don't need the instruction to remind you to say, don't kill, don't steal, don't cheat, don't go sleep around, don't do this. You don't need all that stuff. Because now you have the Spirit of God in you. You are walking by the Spirit. You are not feeding the flesh. You are feeding the Spirit of God. And actually when the Spirit of God is operating in our lives, it is very easy for us to scan the environment and to know if we are in the will of God or not in the will of God.